guys, welcome back to my channel. Shan here. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and yeah, let's get into the video. So today we're going to be talking about red flags, and the reason for this video is recently I watched the movie Disappearing Acts. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but in that movie, as I was watching it, I was like, she's missing or she's ignoring a lot of red flags. So hence the inspiration for this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Red flag number one, he was very unreliable, and he didn't do what he said he was going to do. You see that many times throughout the video, but the film, but the first time you see it is in the beginning. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, there will be spoilers, so just beware. She asked him to help her out with moving, like unpacking her stuff, and he says he'll do it, and she's like, right, be here for 6 o'clock, Meanwhile, it flips to a scene where man's in the bar with his friends, they're drinking and blah blah blah. He looks at the clock, sees it's almost 6 o'clock, and continues drinking and doing his own thing. Cool. So it flips back to her, where she's going to get food because she's been waiting for how long for him. He doesn't turn up, so she goes to get some food. She looks out the window of the restaurant she's in, and she sees him. He comes in and acts like it's not a big deal or whatever, and she's like, you know what, it's fine, I'll do it myself. And he's like, no, well, I said I'd help you, so I'll help you. And then he was like, well, let me just order some food. And she went, what, so you want me to just wait on you? And he's like, well, yeah, well, I can always share your food. And and it's like, red flag, girl, red flag. Man is unreliable. No. So I always feel like you should hold people to what they said they're gonna do. Like, if you rely on someone to do something for you and they don't do it, and then they act like the fact that they didn't do it isn't a big deal. No. And red flag number two, he doesn't reveal a lot about himself to her. So after this scene, they become established, do the nasty, all of that stuff, yeah. And you see bits of the movie where it's like they're getting to know each other, laying up and stuff, playing Scrabble. He's very wordy though, he's a very bright man, but it's like, and then it flips to a scene where they're having dinner or whatever, and she's talking about like her career and how it might be progressing, and then he talks about, I know you thought I went to college, and she's like, what did you drop out? And he was like, in high school. My thought was, why don't you know that this man doesn't have a full education? Like, where was the talking in amongst the pillow talk and the watching TV and the whatever it was you were doing? Like, where was all of that? So now you're in a relationship with this man, and he's coming out to tell you he didn't finish high school. And then he flips the blame on her and starts talking about, well, you wanted an excuse for it to end, so there's your excuse. And he gets all upset, and it's like, wait a damn minute. My brother, you held information from her. Why are you getting upset? Gaslighting to a T. This man does that so well in this movie. Next scene, he reveals he has 2 children, which he's not really paying for them too tough, like, because you see a scene in the movie where he goes to see the baby mum, and he says, well, I know I was supposed to give you money, but I don't have it. Mind you, this is after he gets the new woman pregnant. And then there's a scene in the movie where they go out for her birthday, like, he's got tickets to some show, but they're not very good. So she does kind of do something that might be considered emasculating, and she buys better tickets. He looks at her, rips them in half, walks off, and then they get into like a little argument. He looks at her and he says, fuck you, fuck your birthday. while she's pregnant, no doubt, in front of a whole bunch of people. Don't ever allow anybody to emotionally, verbally, physically, whatever, abuse you. That was disgusting. Yeah, another red flag. Don't allow people to just talk to you any and anyhow. And if they do, you need to tell them to kick rocks, blow bubbles, take a long walk off a short cliff. Goodbye. Bye. Okay, next red flag that I noticed in this movie was he's not financially stable, this man. Like, bear in mind, she's finding out all of these things about him after, like, their relationship is established and after she gets pregnant by this man. So he does carpentry work. So it's like, why you don't have stable work? Like, we'll get into that though. Just stay with me. And then there's a scene in this movie where he's talking about getting a divorce because he's still married to the baby mum. And she says, well, can't we use the money that you've been saving to get your divorce on the baby and to hold us over because you're not using it to get your divorce? Man looks at her and says, I have $122. Take what you want. $122, my dude, like, $122. Are you crazy? No. Okay, and the last red flag, I was sitting there throughout this movie thinking, girl, come on. And then there's a scene in the movie where she tells him she wants him to leave, and he mashes up the whole of her house. Like, he rips up all of the work that he did, and it's just like, why would you do that? And then he was just lazy. He was lazy because that's another red flag. He was so lazy. And there was a scene in the movie, right, where he forgets to pick up his own son because he was designing a stereo rack. Yeah, he was designing a stereo rack. And then he was talking about bear in mind, she's been at work. She teaches music, and then she went to wash the dishes. Why you haven't washed the dishes if you've been home this whole time? And then he lifts the baby up, smells him, and he's just like, he needs to be changed. So can change him then. He's not your pickney. So it's like, what is he there for? He's just there eating your food, using your water, and giving you a little something. Like, no, I'm sorry. Nah. So those were just some of the red flags that I noticed in that movie. If you've seen it and you noticed any, like, comment them down below. Please comment. And yeah, like, subscribe, remember to comment, and thank you for watching this video. And until the next one, I'll see you later.